Hello, it's George the Fragrance Apprentice again, doing yet another freaking top 10 video about, I don't know, what is it today? I don't know what it is. Rainy days. Yeah, top 10 fragrances for rainy days. It's the only thing I could come up with. I came up with it about 5 minutes ago. And you know what? It's a fair enough video, innit? Because it's always bloody raining, because I live in England. And it's always raining. And when is my film career going to actually take off? You know what I mean? Like, when is... I don't want to live in a country where it just rains all the time. You know what I mean? When is my film career going to take off? I don't know why I'm asking you. You wouldn't know. But I just need my film career to take off. And then I'll be able to buy something like a house in the Caribbean. And I won't have to do a fragrance list like this, will I? I won't have to do a top 10 rainy fragrance days list. No, because it'll be fucking sunshine all the time. It'll be sunny. And I'll be eating oysters. And doing fragrance, just doing endless top 10 beach fragrance videos, because that's all it is. I'll just be on a beach all the time. Right, so, okay, so, top 10 fragrances for a rainy day, I suppose. Yeah, let's do that. I might have to warn you at this juncture. This will be there are actual fragrances in here, but this also might be a sort of this video might also include a sort of a satirical mental breakdown about top 10 fragrance videos. So this is Emporio Armani's Stronger With You Intensely. This is lovely. It's chestnutty, wonderful. It is great for a rainy day. Very, very pleasant. You've seen it a million times. You've seen this fragrance a million times. But here I am saying it again for the 1 millionth time. Oh, it's that fragrance that you've seen again. Have you checked it out yet? No? Well, there it is. That one. Get that one. It's good. Number 2 is Baldasserini's Ultimate by Hugo Boss. It's either Hugo Boss... right. So the second one is Baldasserini's Ultimate. It smells like Viking cologne, only, you know, you can actually smell it. I know, right? What a revelation. You can actually smell it. And it's not 600, 700. You don't have to take out a mortgage to buy this fragrance. Don't buy Viking cologne. Please, for the love of God. I mean, it's mental, innit? The prices of fragrances of Creed right now. It's absolutely out of control. This is lovely. It's a bit like de Hermes. People keep saying that I keep saying Turd Hermes. That's a very different fragrance. No, Turd de Hermes. All right. But this is great. Honestly, legitimately, this is great. You know, I think that this just happens to fragrance reviews, doesn't it? You know, after a few years, you just go mental. Well, actually, you know something? I want to say this. I want to say this is honestly true. I'll bring up the next fragrance while I'm talking about it. This is Boss Bottled Intense. Great for a rainy day. It's apparently discontinued, but it's wonderful. It's like Boss Bottled, but intense. You know, people have said to me, George, when are you going to lose it? Everybody's lost it now. Jeremy Fragrance looks as though he's on kilograms of cocaine at a time, dancing around in his underpants and things like that. Mr. Smelly is now dressing up and saying that he's the leader of Fragcom or something like that. He's 40 years old, and he's dressing up like this. And they're saying, George, when are you going to lose it? When are you going to... Because, like, it seems as though fragrance reviews all just go mental. And my response is, I've always been mental. Have you not watched me for ages? These blokes, Jeremy and Mr. Smelly, and even Ashton has his moments. Ashton comes on camera and goes, oh, aren't I a bit wild and eccentric? I'm sense. Oh, I'm losing it. Yeah, well, I never had it. I've always been a bit mental, and I've always been a bit mad. What's that thing that Bane says in The Dark Knight Rises? They merely adopted the eccentricity and madness. I was born with it. molded with it. I don't just dress up like this. I don't just dress up like a Victorian hobbit for these fragrance videos. I'm going out tonight. I'm going to be dressed like this all the time. I've always been mental. And here I am, stuck in top 10 purgatory. I'm just making top 10 videos all the time. I don't want to. But it's the only thing that you'll click. Anyway, Boss Bold Intense is lovely fragrance and very caramelly. Am I going to have a heart attack? This next one is Zaharoff Signature Pour Homme. This is a great fragrance. It's made by a guy called George, and I'm called George, and therefore we're like that, you know what I mean? Just absolutely tight as a bun. So this is actually a wonderful fragrance. This is, many people have said it before, quite an old school type of fragrance, but sort of modernised. And this is great for a rainy day. This is great for when it's lashing it down, and you know, you just absolutely feel as though it's never going to end. You know, it's never going to end. None of this is ever. It's just never going to end. Yeah, it's actually really wonderful and actually pretty reasonably priced. This is a niche fragrance that's actually good for the price. I did a review of this. You can watch it. You can watch that. Yeah, it'd be great. I'm just top 10 now. You know what I mean? It's just endless. These top 10 videos. It's just forever, and nobody talks about it. There's no counselling sessions. There's no meetings. There's no meetings at the fragrance review. All the fragrance reviewers pretty much fucking hate each other at this point. So there's no point in going to a meeting because nobody will turn up. But there's no like top 10. There's no T10A. You know, there's no top 10 anonymous where you can just say, "Hello, I'm a top 10 aholic and I can't stop making top 10 videos because it's the only thing that everybody's going to be clicking. I don't know what the hell's going to go on." I mean, haven't we done a top 10 on everything now? Hasn't everything been done? I mean, you could go really far and take it absolutely out of control, and you could do, I don't know, something nobody would do, like, I don't know, top 10 fragrances that will get you a girlfriend. Dallas, what is this? What's this? What is this? How's that going to work? What do you mean? What do you mean? What? Fragrances don't get you girlfriends, you freaking muppet. You get you the girlfriend. You're in a relationship now. Did you swagger in with a Ventus and she went, "Bloody hell, you smell nice. I'll date you because of the fact that you're wearing that"? That's not how it worked. Right, so the next one is Molecular One. This is not talked about, but it's essentially just IOSE. It's that. It's the super one. And so you just put this on. You can layer this on with other fragrances, which is wonderful. Okay. So you can layer this on with other fragrances. It's like this woody sandalwood kind of fragrance. And you just put it on. And it kind of smells like nothing, but it smells great. It smells wonderful. People talk about it all the time. It's really good. It's just great, you know. Honestly, I'd recommend it. It's wonderful, and if you haven't checked it out, it's good. Fucking hell, how many have I got left? What is there left to do with this format? This format's dead. We've done it all. We've done all the top 10s. But the YouTube algorithm is like, no, keep doing the top 10s, because you can't just do a review or something normal, or something pleasant, or something nice. Just keep doing the top 10s. Top 10 fragrances to do your laundry. Top 10 fragrances whilst you're out roofing. Top 10 dogging fragrances. It's when your dog goes jogging. Top 10, I don't know anymore. Next one is this. This is Scandal. This is a fragrance I've actually been wearing quite a lot recently. It's lovely. It's very, very old school. Very classic. Reminds me a little bit of Calvin Klein's Obsession, but like back in the day when Calvin Klein Obsession was really good. Calvin Klein Obsession now is really watered down and just kind of smells like toffee and cinnamon. It's not very good. This is very, very high quality. Love wearing this. I think this could be in my autumn list, actually. You love those seasonal lists, don't you? Oh, you love them, don't you? You love the autumn lists and the winter lists and the summer lists and the spring lists and the spring equinox lists and the winter equinox lists and all those frickin' lists that we have to frickin' do for you. We're tired, you know. They won't admit it. Ashton won't admit it. Jeremy won't admit it. He's gone into overdrive now. That's why he's doing all like 5 videos a day. Because he just sort of did. You can OD on making top 10 fragrances. It's in the DSM. It's a medical condition. It's called top 10 fragrance list syndrome. It's made infinitely worse by taking cocaine. And then you're off to the races. You've got 4 or 5 videos a day and you can't stop. You just can't stop. I'm bad enough taking Earl Grey tea. Look what's happened to me. Anyway, Scandal's great. You should really check it out. It's a lovely, beautiful, old school fragrance. Rose is just killing it at the moment. Absolutely wonderful. Next one for a rainy day is this. This is Anatolia by Prin. Oh, great. So it's kind of like Boss Bottled Intense, but even more intense, and it has honey and a bit of suede. It's actually great. It's also got this kind of rooty bark element to it with the sweetness. It's wonderful. You've heard me talk about this all the time. Next one is Givenchy Gentleman EDP. The next one is Givenchy Gentleman EDP. This one is Michelle talks about this one a lot. I don't know how all of them. You know, Michelle. Imagine since he was literally shitting out top 10 videos at one point. And Dallas is sort of like, jumped the shark a little bit with a girlfriend thing, but he's still going and everything. But Michelle is now like, hey everybody, it's time for top 10 sexy fragrances, sexy time. I'm going to show you all these fragrances that's going to get you sex and everything like that. And people believe her. They fucking believe her. They're watching the videos, they're taking notes, and they're like, these fragrances are going to get me laid. It's the most beautiful, it's the greatest con ever. It's amazing. It's the greatest con. And she's amazing, and she's brilliant. And I love what she always says at the beginning of it. This is a great fragrance, by the way. It's got iris and shit, I know. Lovely. And what she does is she has that wonderful catchphrase at the beginning of... she has that great catchphrase at the beginning of her video, where she says, okay guys, before we get into it, and she gets I've got it here. She says, feminism is the only true way to power over the human race, and by the power of Virginia Woolf, I forgive you for all of your toxic masculinity. And, it's a great way to start the video. I think it really sort of just, it puts everybody sort of at ease and makes them feel very comfortable. And then she tells them all the fragrances that, they're gonna get laid with. And it's a great formula. And she's making probably millions and millions of Ugandan dollars. I don't know what number we're on. And finally, this one is Rose Babar. And it's Guerlain, and it's very great for rainy days, wonderful rainy days. It's great. So that's it. I'm sorry. I'm just having a bit of a difficult time at the moment. And there's there's a lot going on, and I don't want to go on too much about it. But I've had a bit of a difficult life, really, and. Anyway, right, well, those were top 10 fragrances for a rainy day. I hope that you enjoyed it, but I basically just told you all the fragrances that I always talk about, because the truth is, it's time to tell you the truth. Every fragrance reviewer in the world only has 15 fragrances. I know that they do the thing where they've got the background and everything. It's all CGI. It's not true. They only have 15 fragrances. It's the truth. And every top 10 video they do, they just leave 5 out. And they just put in. And they just swap them around every single video. And you don't know. But you've got to get smarter about it, all right? I only own 12 fragrances. But here you are watching my top 10. Could you go away now? I'm just having a minute, you know? I can't keep doing this, you know? I can't keep doing the top 10.